Alright, let's take yourself and do it on your own. Watch your mind and see if this is going to work. Meaning, having your mind really zoom on to some goodness and see, does it attract some good things to you.
So it's more than the action then.
It's more than action.
So
yes.
I can say I would feel good if I subconsciously or consciously thought about helping him without actually helping him. So I would attract a good thought, saying that I would tell myself I will do everything within my capability to help him if I needed to, if he needed to. And I would say I would help anyone given the opportunity, if need be, without actually having to do any of it.
But there is one element before that can happen. When you think about that, you think about, I wouldn't do anything, blah blah blah. But do you feel down here? So you need to get a feeling down here.
So as long as I have that feeling down there, then I can...
There. So the feeling here would say, yes, I really feel, really feel I'm doing this because I feel this guy really need help. I feel a sort of sympathy, sometimes empathy. That feeling is really important. Okay, when you feel this, and then is that enough? Not yet. Sometime down here, which is a gut feeling, you know this is the right thing to do. And so the head is how to do it, but this is tell you what to do it, and this is tell you why to do it. So something going on between the three can attract what's out there. So not just of the head, it's thinking only. So we're talking about not action, we're talking about the mind. And now the mind will break down into three things that solidly we can identify. One is the thoughts, the feelings, and this intuition down here, the gut feelings.
Okay, so back to the question that we first started off with. So we established that there's no connection between the good stuff and the bad stuff.
We don't know.
We don't know. We don't know.
We don't know that. It is so complex. The net is weaving so complex. We don't know yet. Yes.
We don't know yet. But in a hypothetical scenario, if it was connected, then where would we be situated then?
If it's really connected, then we, the mind, is the machine that makes all the connections. Okay.
And then we would
let me ask you, of the three centers here, which one you think is most powerful?
For me, or what I would think on average?
For everyone else.
On average?
Yeah.
I would say the heart.
Boom. That's it. The heart. That is what is really attract, and that's why in our study, this is the most important center. Because when you come to the room, sometimes you look at a person and you say, oh, no, I'm going to talk to this guy. Sometimes you say, oh yeah, I'm going to talk to her. It's about the heart, which attracts people. The energy field here is the strongest energy field among the three centers. And so this is what, if we want to establish a real connection, and we're going to see how cosmic will come into play, how karma can be attracted back, we have to really look at that feelings here. Not about the thoughts only, but this is a strong feeling that attract things to be happening.
So for me as an individual, I don't find myself more of a heart kind of person, but more of a logical, rational person. So where would I be seated then? What if I take my rationale to one level above my empathy and my passion?
It's very interesting because if the more we live in this world here, you will find the fulfillment when the three centers sort of align. Then because, for example, I see a man who dying right there, stick out the hands and ask for money. Now I think this is a good thing to do, but do I feel good to doing it? I said yes, feel good doing it. And then my head say, but how I should do it? I should smile, I should be kind, I should reach out. What should I do appropriately? So this is the how, this is the what, but this is the why. So if the three centers doing it, then I'm quite sure I'd be very happy. Now, it's about how we sort of align these centers, how we feel about it, how we logically go on. Any of us will know this, and you may say I'm very logical. She may say I'm very heartfelt kind of person. But it's about, as a human being, how we integrate those three centers. Because life is very complete. We cannot live in one way or the other. It has to be integrated. And so if you are pretty brainy, then maybe you'll have a little heart put in there, to balance it. You have you as a heart person. Maybe you put a little brain in there. So
yeah.
It's just very using my brain more. Sorry, everyone.
we can, but that's how interesting life is. There's no one way or the other. Life is so beautiful because we are embracing everything. It's not just one way or the other. No, I believe that's life.
So what if we choose not to embrace it? Would we basically deny our own happiness? Would you say that? Because what if I choose to be strictly rational, strictly thought-felt?
Yeah, that's what we call. Sometimes we say the IQ is so high. Sometimes we need a little bit of EQ, because the EQ, emotional intelligence, is really needed. So it's just a balance. Life is just balance, embracing. Sometimes we choose so much in IQ. We do have a problem with dealing with people. Most people, when we're dealing it, they are pretty much into the EQ, emotional. But we can solve problem with IQ when we do the inanimate and lifeless thing, process. We need to do IQ. But we do the people. Truly, we need some EQ there.
So no go.
So sometimes he'll do well, and sometimes I'll do well.
Yeah, that's why we need to integrate. We need to work together, not with people, but with our centers here. We can't just be very lopsided, but that's the beauty of life. There's no way we can be exclusive. We have to be inclusive. We have to be embracing. We have to accept, and we have to really be open. Well, that's pretty much. So the answer is not quite an answer because it's not fixed.
Right.
Nothing really fixed there. Okay.
So there's a lot of uncertainty involved with the whole concept of karma, but it's more important to consider the three aspects of your attitude, whether it be from your thinking, how you do something, what you're doing yourself, and then why you're doing it. Balance that, and then also couple that with the intelligence, the emotional intelligence, and the actual intellectual capability as well, and things will start looking differently, and your life will reflect that.
And that means sometimes we want a spin, we want an answer, whether philosophically or religiously sound, but that may not be functional. So I'm pretty much into modern Buddhism, where I believe in functionality rather than just mechanical, meaning it had to be this, it had to be that. You need the answer, no, we don't need it. Do you think? It's more freedom to think the way that we think about functionality.
Perhaps we can discuss that in a later episode, the function of
okay.
this. So thank you, Master, for your wisdom. I'm sorry to cut you short. This is a very exciting episode. Thank you, Tommy, for very intuition and the forum-based session going on. And thank you, viewers. See you next time. Bye.